Hi guys, it's Dimandz and today I'm going to be talking about the Fnaf movie. So this is a warning. If you haven't watched the movie yet, there are going to be spoilers. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that went down in the movie. I recently watched the movie. I loved it. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I will hold my hands up. This is my hands holding up. I get why the animatronics needed to have red eyes, and I'm sorry that I dissed it, okay? I will say that on record. This is me apologising. So, the reason why they do have red eyes is because they are possessed. They do get possessed, like the possessed animatronics get possessed by William Afton, obviously Springtrap. On the lore aspect, I thought they put a lot in and a lot of thought. The jump scares. There was a jump scare and it did make me laugh, and it was this little So I think he jump scared in the movie like 3 times, which was funny. It's comical, you know. Ha 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 ha. You got me. There are a lot of hidden bits in it as well. So like the pictures, there's a lot of hidden lore in the pictures on the actual wall of Freddys. So there is, I think I seen one. I have bad eyes, but I'm pretty sure it was an 8-bit drawing of Michael Afton and the crying child. But the crying child had Fredbear in his mouth instead of the other way around. I thought that was quite funny. I did clock that. The animatronics themselves, I liked that they were children, basically. Like sometimes in FNAF you forget like the animatronics are actually like dead children. So the build a fort or make a fort thing, I thought that was really nice because they are all children and children do children things. Also, I want to point out the cheesy 80s-ness of it when Bonnie fell over. That was peak cheese, peak 80s comedy for me. That was brilliant. I actually really enjoyed it. I really like cheesy 80s movies. So like Toxic Avenger, what else, like Chucky can be cheesy as well, cheesy horror. I think Blumhouse did a really good job on it, and I think they fit so much lore in it. Big spoiler, obviously Matt Pat's in it. I was gooped, I was gagged, I was like, he's actually in it. And then he said, but that's just a theory. Oh my god, I lost my mind. I was like, I didn't want to shout in the cinema, but I was like, shit, man. Obviously Corey's in it. Mike saw the ghost children in Dream Theory, a book. I think Matt Pat's talked about Dream Theory before, so that was really good to have that in there as well. Obviously they've mixed the lore of the games and the lore of the books, so it makes sense to somebody who knows this. It can't be canonically correct, but it is the correct situation and the correct people. Garrett is Mike's brother and he gets taken, but Mike also has a sister, so it's like the Aftons with the younger brother Mike and then Abby, the younger sister. I do speculate though that Mike's family must be Henry Emily's family, because in the VHS tape his dad looks a lot like the person who was fixing the animatronics in that tape. And from what Mike said, his little brother got kidnapped, his mum died, and his dad ran away or mysteriously disappeared. So that to me sounds like the Afton family, but I reckon it might be like a Henry, they've switched it to Henry Emily. Also, Mike's story is a lot like in the books, with the aunt and I think it's Silver Eyes. I can't remember the name of the character in the book. She's a girl. It's on the tip of my tongue. And I can't remember. But anyway. She has an aunt. She wants to know what happened to her brother. Her brother got kidnapped. Same as Mike. So I think that's intertwined in it. I thought the animatronics were amazing. They were like, watching it, it was like a tiny bit like, I want to say goofy, but I don't really, like, that sounds mean. I don't mean goofy, but it's kind of comical. It's kind of comical. But if I saw them in real life, I'd probably look at them and fucking freak out and shit my pants. Shout out to Sparky the dog, and the place where Matt Pat works in the movie is Sparky's Diner. So that's the reference to Sparky. We have Ella, like the doll, and she's massive. And actually an animatronic, which was really, really cool. Vanessa. She's a weird one. I think they put her in there to basically explain the backstory. Like, she was more of like a storyteller. She was a good character, but she was the most important one to like tell Mike what was going on and the lore and everything else. But they made her Springtrap's daughter, so would have been Elizabeth, but Vanessa? I don't know. I didn't mind it not, you know, lining up to be how it is in the games, because it still told the same story with the same people, just a bit mixed up, which I didn't mind, and I don't think anybody else really minded. It still works. It still makes sense. I mean, if you're like a, you know, if you like are being really critical about it, I think that's the only thing you could really moan about. The cupcake. The cupcake is a menace. That cupcake ate. I saw the scene where he ate that guy's face. You know, the guy that was wearing the Midnight Motorist t-shirt. Another little Easter egg. He ate his face. Mangled. It was incredible. I really liked like the interview bit where he was where Springtrap was interviewing Mike for another job, and he opened it and he was reading Mike's name, but he went shmm and then stopped. So we all know it's Michael Schmidt, Mike Schmidt. So I think that twigged in Springtrap's brain, William Afton's brain, to be like, I've seen that name before, I know who you are. And then he leans in, he like looks at him like, and then he's like, yeah, it's crap pay, it's shit pay, but you know, it's a job. Do you want the job? Here, take my card. You need the job. You know? All you gotta do is stop people from getting in. Stop things from getting out. The gore. I say gore. It's not really gore. It's not really allowed to be called gore. A little bit gory. But when the babysitter who babysat Abby goes into the Pizzaplex, and when that ghost child's like, come here, a little bit closer, come on, I don't bite. Literally, the child hand comes out, grabs her face, yanks half of her in, and then snap, clean in half. You see it in the shadows. You don't actually see it, all the blood, but you can see like half of her body is gone. So that was interesting. I liked how they did the ghost children, and they all had characteristics to what animatronic they were possessing. So Freddie had a hat, Bonnie had ears, and Chica had a bib, and Foxy had a hook. But there was one who didn't, and I think we can all guess who it was, because in the end he came to Abby's house and killed maybe her aunt. But that was indeed Golden Freddy, and you know that the spirit possessing Golden Freddy is pissed. at William Afton. He knows. He wants to fuck him up. For real. So he wants to get him any way that he can. And he's like, oh, you know, give us Abby. We want Abby. So then you can come, and then Springtrap can come, and then hopefully this all will end. In the end, the Springlock scene. Ooh, it was so good. When he was like twitching, and like when the cupcake bites the suit, so you can actually see the Springlocks go like this. Imagine my hands are the Springlocks. They go like that into him, and you can see he's like gasping for breath, and oh, it was brilliant. So good. I really enjoyed that bit, because that's like the books as well, with Foxy dragging him off with his hook into, I want to say, I think it was parts and service, or it could have been a storage cupboard. But people were saying that, oh yeah, that's why the camera was off in FNAF 1. And I was like, are you guys sure? Because I thought that was the kitchen. Like, you heard Chica smashing around the kitchen. I don't think it was that. But people are saying it's that, but I don't reckon that's true. What do you guys think? I don't reckon it's true. Is it the kitchen? Is it Springtrap? Because I thought he was trapped behind a wall. Who knows? It could be both. It could be neither. I like the Showtime button. The Showtime button actually worked in the movie. And they were really, really cool. Foxy, when he chases people to, you know, he was like, dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, I loved it so much. I was like, yes. And he was so quick as well. I don't know how they managed to animate him so quick. He was like Usain Bolt, he was gone. I like the Scream reference. There was a Scream reference in the FNAF movie. William Afton got out his knife, because you know, stab. And he went like this, and he went, whew, what he does in Scream as Ghostface. So that was brilliant. He actually ends up stabbing Vanessa, which was a weird play. Yeah, he's trying to choke her out while Abby's drawing in the back, like, Vanessa's like, yeah, and he just shanks her one in the tummy with a massive knife. Like, great father. Yeah. I have to have an honourable mention for that poor, I don't know what he was, a lawyer? I think he was a lawyer. The aunt's lawyer looked shell-shocked. He looked like, he was just, I will insert a picture of him, he was just like, the whole time. It was so funny. I liked it when the people that his aunt sent to smash up the place so Mike would lose his job, I liked when they got attacked, because that was like vicious. Like what these animatronics can do and are capable of. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really, really funny when Mike is trying to save Abby in Freddys. Bonnie's there, like, doing a showtime while Chica takes her off stage. But when Mike comes out, he's trying not to get noticed. But Bonnie's there, like he definitely saw Mike. And then Freddie's like, who's that? But he gets away with it. That was, like, the funniest shit. Also, I saw, I don't want to say what I saw eyes, glowing eyes, maybe endo eyes, behind Chica's shoulder in one of the shots. I don't know who that was, whether that was William Afton, or I hope it was the puppet, but you know, I don't know. The puppet wasn't in it. Sad. But I have a good feeling that I think the puppet is going to be in the second movie, because I think they're going to pick off from FNAF 2 because of the ending. I'll talk about the ending in a minute. I loved how in the end that Abby's drawing the picture, like in the books, to tell the animatronics, like, look, he killed you, remember, don't let the trauma, like, cloud your judgment. Look, he did this to you. And then they all gang up on him, which was really good. Vanessa is in the hospital, and Mike gives a similar speech to Vanessa when she's unconscious, like Henry Emily did when in Pizza Sim when it all burnt down. So I think we can definitely summarize that this is like Henry Emily's family, but William Afton's kids. Does that make sense? So it's taken William Afton's kids, given them to Henry Emily, and basically told the story that way because, I don't know, creative choice. But it still works, and it's still good, and I still thought it was good. I think everybody else, like, lost their mind because it is such an awaited movie. It smashed box office. I think it was 20 million to make it, and they grossed, I think, 130 or 150 million. So, and it released the same day on Peacock as well, streaming site Peacock, which I don't think ever happens. This is the thing. On the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's really low, but on the audience score, it's really high. You can go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie if you don't know the lore, because it's still a good movie. But the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was made for fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. And there are a lot of us that are fans of Five Nights at Freddy's and love the movie, and some don't like it. But, you know, your opinion, your choice. I'm not judging you. So, the ending of the movie comes, and I thought, what a great movie. I am gonna stay, though, until the end of the credits. Just in case, because you know how Scott likes to put little crumbs of information in there. So, you know, the banger of a song starts playing, I'm like, ooh. And then I sit there and I wait, and I make the person who I took to the cinema wait with me. I'm like, do you mind if I wait? Because I have to wait. It's the law. I'm a nerd, sorry. You're gonna have to sit here with me while I watch this entire thing. In its entirety. So, yeah, sorry, I made them do that. But it paid off, because at the end of the credits, after that banger of a song, it was the Puppets music box music. And I was like, oh, beach. I was like, ooh, what's coming? I think it was the Puppets' voice. I'm pretty sure. But they spout out, come find me. And I was like, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 with the puppet. I think Garrett, Mike's brother, who got killed, is going to be possessed in the puppet. So I reckon he is going to be puppet. Mike is going to find him as the puppet. It's either the puppet or William Afton, because he goes, I always come back. But yeah, I think it's more towards the puppet. Also, Matthew Lillard's delivery of I always come back was quite good. People were saying that it was quite rushed, but the thing is, if you've got spring locks going like this into your lungs, you're not going to be like, because you can't say it, can you? You're going to be like, I always come back, instead of, you know? That's what I liked about the Fnaf movie. Tell me what you liked about the Fnaf movie, or didn't like. But I won't judge you. That is my review, breakdown, little tidbits about the Fnaf movie. And I was waiting for this, and it made my year. So thank you very much to Blumhouse for making it, for Scott Cawthon for doing it. Thank you for watching me nerd out and ramble about Five Nights at Freddy's. I know my personality is a bit weird. I'm like Marmite, some people love it, some people hate it, so I won't be offended if you don't like this video, but if you did stick around, thank you very much. A like is free, it'd be a great help to the channel. I hope you guys have a good time, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. We're going to have so much fun together.